Welcome to 6 Minute Hump Day, where we help entrepreneurs get through their busy week with a dash of inspiration, motivation, and a touch of education.
Welcome to episode number 72 of the Jeff Knows Inc. podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Lopes. Super excited to have on today Mitch Mathews. Mitch is the CEO and founder of Anthem Sales, a former NFL athlete. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite words, the word belief. Sit back, take your notepads out, and enjoy. We are live on the Jeff Knows Inc. podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Lopes. On our 6 minute hump day this week, I'm super excited to have on Mitch Mathews. We're going to talk about a topic that's very close to my heart and is very close to Mitch as well, is self-belief. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Fantastic. We're going to have Mitch on a full episode in a few weeks, but it's super stoked to have him on today with the topic that's close to most people's hearts, and I think something that we have to focus on. So take it from here, brother. Let's go.
It's when you asked me what it was, what is my 6 minutes going to be about? The first thing that came to my mind, which typically is what I should be talking about, is self-belief. And I'll go into my journey of self-belief really briefly. I had someone really close to me in college. I started slow in college football. As a freshman, just thinking it was cool enough to be on the team. As a redshirt freshman, thinking it was cool enough to get some playing time. I had someone come up to me and say, Mitch, you know what? You actually could be really good at this if you actually believed you could be really good at this. You have all the tools, all the speed, all that you need physically to be great at this. You just need to start believing that you can be great at this, and you'll be great at this. It was a kick in the pants. I've been on a journey ever since then to be a master of self-belief, and I feel like I've tasted of that, and I coach and teach a lot on self-belief. And you and I talked about this before, but self-belief is the precursor to being ultra successful. And I'll give you a couple of examples, and then how to talk to yourself. So whoever made the first manuscript of how to become successful, I think got it all wrong, because for whatever reason, as humans, we're programmed to think that you must be successful to earn the right to believe in yourself. Like, flat out, believing in yourself is free. It's free. I can believe in myself right now, and no one would even know. No one can bust in this door now and say, Mitch, you got to stop believing in yourself. You haven't done that yet. It's free. Believing in yourself is completely free. It's totally allowed. You can think you're the greatest of all time. You can think you're the best salesperson. You can think you're the best athlete. It's free. It is totally allowed, and it's totally legal, and it's totally should be how you're living your life. People have to believe in themselves and believe that they're already going to accomplish something before it actually even has the chance to become real. So how I always talk about this and how people should talk to themselves is, I'm a millionaire. They just haven't paid me yet. I'm the best of all time. Or I'm going to give you an example. I'm the fastest athlete of all time. They just haven't given me the track yet. I'm an Olympian. They just haven't made the gold medal yet. I'm the best actor of all time. They just haven't given me the stage yet. That right there is the mindset of someone who everyone needs to watch out for, because they're probably going to become great. Greatness has a precursor, which is self-belief. Once I officially and started to really take the time and knuckle down and believing in myself and literally talking to myself about how great I was going to become at football, was the first time I ever believed that I could make it to the NFL, and I did. Before then, I never really thought I really would. I thought I would just be someone kind of good in college and check that box and move on. And I've completely changed my mindset to becoming great at something. Like this Ironman, it's already completed in my mind. I'm doing it. I'm doing that thing mid-April, a couple of days before I turn 30. It was my goal. I'm doing an Ironman before I turn 30. So I've already said it. Now I just put in the work, and then when it happens, I promise you the Ironman will be one of the easiest days and easiest parts of my training, because the training's hard. The training's hell. Committing was hard. Yeah. But do those hard pieces, saying, I'm going to do it. I've already done an Ironman. It's already been completed in my mind.
Yeah.
April 13th hasn't come up yet, though. So completing things in your mind before they happen in reality is how people can finally become successful. I think only 1% of people believe what I just said. I truly believe that. Most people think they got to wait until success stumbles upon them, and then they can start finally becoming the coach and becoming the teacher. Believe that you're going to accomplish great things. Believe that you're going to accomplish the goals you set out to accomplish. And I promise you they will, if you officially meet it in your mind. Negative thoughts are also free. They come into your mind freely. You can't control that. You can just be driving and all of a sudden just get slapped by this negative thought. It just happens. Like, you don't control that. They just come into your mind. So it's also really hard to take something out of your mind. If I told you to not think of a purple elephant, right now you just thought of a purple elephant. It just happened, right? So those thoughts are going to be in your mind. The only way to get bad thoughts out of your mind are negative thoughts like you can't become that actor you want to become. You can't become as fit as you want to become. You can't become the salesperson you want to become. You can't become the coach you want to become. Is by telling yourself 10 times as much how much you're going to. I'm going to be great. I'm going to be great. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it to the NFL. I'm going to be a great entrepreneur. I'm going to be great at sales. I'm going to break records. I'm going to run the fastest of all time. I'm going to be able to walk again like your son. I'm going to be able to walk for the first time and then run a marathon and prove everyone wrong. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. As a matter of fact, in my mind, I already have. And then all of a sudden it just happens. And it seems like game day or Ironman day is always the easiest day, because the training and the commitment was the hardest part. But if you can commit yourself to believing that, it'll happen.
Let me throw something in there. Something we talked about prior as well is, do you believe that this could be instilled in your mind from a very young age if parents were to focus on it?
Yeah. And I honestly believe my parents did do that. They believed in themselves, but I think there's just certain levels that opened more doors. When I got to college football, that was very, very, very hard. At the time, we were 14th in the country. And so making it on that team and actually having an impact was going to be a very hard thing. So I needed people to slap me in the face and wake me up again. When I got to the NFL, I needed coaches to do the same thing. When I became an entrepreneur, I needed great entrepreneurs to help me believe myself even more. So it's just levels. So I had a lot of self-belief, but I needed more and more and more as the tasks got harder. To go jog a lap around my house right now, you don't need that much self-belief. You can just kind of roll out and do it. But to go do an Ironman, having never done endurance sports, you got to have a lot of self-belief to even commit to something like that. So I think different levels you go to open more doors to more confidence and more self-belief. But you've got to start somewhere by just telling yourself you're going to be great at something.
I love it. I love it. This has been a very impactful little 6-minute hump day. I appreciate it. Our audience could obviously take a huge amount out of this, because there's a couple of things you actually talked about in there, and there's stuff that through the sports world, a lot of sports psychologists will actually talk about stuff like you said about the purple elephant, and being able to think of something and negative is going to lock into your head, and be able to break that. And it's constantly, like I said, is constantly building that self-belief and visualizing yourself where you want to be or where you think you should be. So I greatly appreciate this. You brought a lot in this little 6-minute hump days. Thank you so much, brother.
Absolutely. I love being on.
So on our show notes, I'm going to put all the information, how to get a hold of Mitch through social media, to follow him, follow his journey. He's 3-4 months away from doing his first Ironman. New dad, great individual. And I greatly appreciate you coming on. And like I said, in a few weeks, we're going to have a full episode, great conversation with Mitch as well. So thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you doing this.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, brother.
That's a wrap for today. I want to thank our guest, Mitch Mathews, for taking the time out of his busy schedule to be a guest on the Jeff Knows Inc. podcast. Great conversation. If you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, please spread the word. Tell your family, tell your friends. We're trying to build something special here. If you can, leave a review. 5 stars would be absolutely amazing. We love reading the reviews. Until next week, guys, keep moving forward.